She vanished without a sound. No break-in, no forced entry. Her phone was smashed, her dog was shaking, and her coffee was still warm. What happened to 25-year-old Jasmine Taylor would not only break her small town's heart, it would tear apart everything they thought they knew about her and about who to trust. Jasmine Taylor was the kind of person people in Willow Creek, North Carolina, loved to brag about. A 25-year-old nurse, full of heart and humor. She had grown up in this quiet, wooded town and returned after nursing school to care for the very people who raised her. She was young, driven, and deeply involved in the community, volunteering at the shelter, helping elderly neighbors, and even starting a mental health outreach for teens. So when Jasmine failed to show up for a Friday night shift at Willow Creek Regional, it wasn't just a missed call, it was a warning sign. Her best friend and co-worker, Michelle, drove by Jasmine's house that evening. What she found was unsettling. Jasmine's car was parked out front. Her porch light was on. Inside through the window, Michelle could see Jasmine's dog, Max, pacing and whining. The back door was unlocked. On the kitchen counter, a cup of coffee sat half full, still warm. And on the floor, barely noticeable at first, lay Jasmine's phone. Screen cracked, powered off, like someone didn't want to be found. It was like she had vanished in the middle of her life. No warning, no witnesses, no trace. Police initially suspected a random abduction. Maybe a burglary gone wrong. Maybe someone she let in. But Jasmine's home showed no signs of forced entry or struggle. There were no valuables missing, no fingerprints, no surveillance footage. Just a silence that felt too deliberate. But the deeper investigators looked, the more the surface of Jasmine's life began to crack. They started with her ex-boyfriend, Daniel Burke, a mechanic known around town for his short temper and long history of jealousy. Jasmine had ended things with Daniel 6 months earlier, saying she needed space to figure herself out. But texts pulled from Jasmine's recovered phone told a more disturbing story. Repeated calls from Daniel, late-night visits to her street, even messages that read, "If I can't have you, no one will." But then came the twist. A second name kept appearing in Jasmine's messages, one unfamiliar to investigators, Ray. As it turned out, Jasmine had been in a secret relationship with Ray Monroe, a paramedic she met during a night shift. The two had kept things private, not out of shame, but out of fear. Willow Creek wasn't known for embracing difference, and Jasmine had grown up in a conservative household where girls like Ray weren't welcomed. Jasmine had recently told a friend she was planning to move away, to start fresh with Ray in Asheville, away from the judgment, the whispers, the past. That decision may have cost her everything. When Ray was brought in for questioning, she was emotional, devastated, but cooperative. She had nothing to hide. Her alibi checked out. She was on a 12-hour EMS call the night Jasmine disappeared. Surveillance, dispatch records, and colleagues backed her up. Then came a break, not from a person, but from a place. During a drone search of surrounding woods, a deputy spotted something off behind an abandoned hunting cabin, just a few miles from Jasmine's childhood home. In a shallow, hastily dug grave, authorities found a body wrapped in a hospital sheet. Dental records confirmed what everyone feared. It was Jasmine. The autopsy showed no signs of struggle, no drugs, no blunt force trauma, just asphyxiation, slow and intentional. That's when the final piece fell into place. On Jasmine's laptop, retrieved from her bedroom drawer, investigators found a draft email. It was never sent, addressed to her mother. "Mom, I hope one day you can understand. I love Ray. I'm leaving Willow Creek. I'm not angry. I just want to live freely as me." DNA recovered from beneath Jasmine's fingernails matched someone no one expected: her mother, Deborah Taylor. Deborah had been the pillar of the community, a church leader, a school volunteer, a vocal advocate for traditional values. But behind closed doors, her relationship with Jasmine had grown cold, even cruel. Neighbors reported hearing shouting matches. Jasmine had confided in friends that her mother had once told her, "You'll ruin this family with your choices." Faced with mounting evidence and a confession from a friend she confided in the night of the murder, Deborah was arrested. In court, she claimed it was an accident, a confrontation that got out of hand. But the jury saw it for what it was: A crime born control, fear, and conditional love. She was sentenced to 25 years to life for second-degree murder. Today, Willow Creek remembers Jasmine Taylor not just as a nurse or a daughter or a victim, but as a woman who tried to live her truth in a place that wasn't ready for it. Her story is a painful reminder that sometimes the most dangerous secrets don't live in strangers' shadows, but in the people who claim to love us most. And in the end, it wasn't a stranger who took Jasmine's life. It was someone who should have protected it.